Welcome on in, everybody. This is Sprues and Studs, and sadly, we are at the end of the Sisters of Battle review block. It has been a very, very cool journey looking at all the different offerings that JoyToy has produced, as well as done a comparison between a JoyToy offering versus the McFarlane offering. We've taken a look at the Order of the Argent Shroud, and now we are going to be taking a look at what's different on these sisters in the Order of the Bloody Rose. So without further ado, let's just jump right in to the review.
Plastic sleeve opening.
Unveiling number 1.
Lifting the plastic.
Alright folks, we have the Battle Sister of the Order of the Bloody Rose in front of us, and this one obviously has the Melta-gun over here. But before we actually look at the Melta-gun, let's look at the figure herself. Alright, as usual, we're going to be looking at the head and the face area first, and looking at the hair region. It is a flat brown color. There are no highlights and shading whatsoever on here. I think it would be actually pretty hard to shade a dark brown. And then moving on to her eyes, which are a nice green color. They are very, very nicely screened, and she's got a very, very dour and serious expression on her face. One of grim determination and resolve. And JoyToy did put more of this rosy cheek look on this action figure. So moving on to the shoulder area, we have a fleur-de-lis and more iconography over here. And I will have to say that these icons and the fleur-de-lis doesn't appear to actually have any kind of shading whatsoever on it. Although the pauldron area does have some shading right here along the edge of it where it is red. And that's about it for there. And looking at the hoses on the sides, and it looks like these hoses are also not shaded at all. But as you progress to the center, there is a nice skull icon with some shaded skulls. And the skull is actually a very interesting bronze color with, I believe, some sort of highlight over here. You get to see some black cloth sleeves here, which matches this area back here. And then you have some interesting looking gloves that are like a reddish brownish color. At the chest area, you get a bunch of shading down here. And then to add further character, you've got this silver part in the middle of this armor with silver colored studs right here. And just like the Order of the Argent Shroud, you've got a necklace down here, except that this is a different color. Obviously, this is some sort of yellowish kind of color, and then it transitions to a icon that is silver. Then you get this loincloth that is black down here, and it looks like they have tried to do some sort of highlighting over here at the top areas. And then with this area, you get the symbol of the Order of the Bloody Rose, which is actually very nicely screened on. If you lift this part, there is a fleur-de-lis that stands out very, very prominently, and it's there in every single Battle Sister. And again, JoyToy has opted to get a battle-worn red look over here, so you get to see some darker shading on the legs. And then with this cape area, it is obviously black, so it is very hard to shade this. And I kind of noticed that there is some sort of interesting shading here. And the cape area, again, has the JoyToy signature battle-worn look. So it's got some shading and weathering that's going on over here. And we're going to take a look at the Melta-gun. And the Melta-gun is very similar to the one that we found in the Order of the Argent Shroud, except that the casing here is a black color instead of the red on the Order of the Argent Shroud. But I believe that everything else is the same. You've got the tip of the Melta-gun that is dry brushed, that interesting color that you see over here. And the energy pack over here is also a gold color. And the rest of it is a solid silver color. Now, the bolt gun itself. So this is a perfect looking bolt gun for me, because guess what? You have a lot of color differentiation here. It's black casing, stands as contrast to all the silver that's going on with these parts. And then you've got the magazine that's sticking out here with the bolt rounds right here. You flip this around, it's pretty much the same. I'm going to take a look at the helmet area. And the helmet area again mimics what we've seen for the Battle Sisters that we have reviewed in the past. You've got this heavily green shaded lens area that really makes that lens stand out. And that's pretty much what I'll say about that. And then finally picking up this backpack, so we've got silver accents here, and then a prominent silver fleur-de-lis in the middle. And this also comes with various hands and stuff, so we will be swapping this hand out later. Okay, let's move on to the second action figure.
Plastic sleeve opening number 2.
Unveiling number 2. Lifting number 2. Okay, ahead of us we have the second offering of the Order of the Bloody Rose, and we're going to take a look at her. Unlike her other counterpart, she has yellow hair and prominent yellow eyebrows. She has a perfectly screened blue eyes, and then she has, again, the grim determination look on her face. And moving on down, everything is pretty much the same with the pauldrons, fleur-de-lis, icon. Then you've got these hoses right here, and there's a fleur-de-lis in the middle, as opposed to the other one, which has a skull right here. The arms are completely the same. Actually, to be honest, the whole rest of the figure is completely the same, minus this fleur-de-lis down here that is on the left side as opposed to the right side. The cape is a slightly different shape than her other battle sister. And then while we're looking at the back, this action figure does have a bolt pistol with a holster right here, and then you flip this around, you have another, I suppose, a rosary. And then the biggest difference obviously is this one has a fairly large power sword. You've got this cool looking scabbard that's here, and this sword we should be able to pull out, and once again a very excellent looking sword. We have seen this sword in the Order of the Martyred Lady. You've got the nice wicked taper on this sword, and then finally we have this nice blue colored node over here. The bolt gun is a mirror replica of the one that we saw before, so I'm not going to go too much into detail about that. Same thing with the helmet as well as the backpack. These are 100% similar. And then the only thing that I'm going to touch upon is this bolt gun over here. So the bolt gun is very cool looking. I like how there is a black casing here, and then the rest of it is a nice silver color. So we're going to put that down, and now we're going to arm this sister. Swap out the hand like so, and then put the hand that can actually wield the bolters with this. Then we're going to attach the backpack, and then give this sister her armaments, starting off with the bolt pistol. Done. And now we're going to give her her bolt gun, and then placing the gun into her hand for a nice snug fit, as you can see over here. I'm going to move this one to the side. And now we're going to arm her just like her brethren. Pull out the hand, replace the hand, give her her backpack, have her dual wield her Melta-gun first, so unrolling the hand, ta-da, and then unrolling the hand for this side so that she can dual wield her bolt gun. Voila! Simple and easy to do. So that's it for this review. Time to wrap it up. I'm going to sit off to the side over here because I want to show these sisters in their full bloody glory. So, what do I think of these action figures? Well, again, these are very solid offerings from JoyToy. You can't really go wrong with it. There are a lot of things that I do like about these action figures here. I actually do prefer the Order of the Bloody Rose, mainly because there's a lot of, I suppose, life and vibrance on these action figures, especially when you're looking at the hair area. So with the Order of the Martyred Lady, all these sisters have white hair. These, you have a lot of variation. You have a black-haired one, which is obviously not here, and I did not get. And you have the blonde one as well as the brunette one. I do really like their facial expressions. They are very unique, if not very cold and austere. So again, should you get this, if you are a heavy Sisters of Battle fan, just like I am, then go ahead and get them. But otherwise, I would just recommend you to just save your money and just go for your regular Order of the Martyred Lady one. So this is Sprues and Studs. Thank you again for watching these videos, as I love going in depth on them and talking about the painting as well as the finer details more than, I suppose, your regular reviewer. So as I said, sadly, this is the end of the Sisters of Battle review block. I don't believe that there's going to be anything that's going to be coming out anytime soon. Wait, that's a lie. We have Celestine that's going to be coming out in the next few months. So look forward to that review later. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.